Hello, Buddha family. So if you've been following along, clearly you know I'm into hibiscus, and you've seen the bushes. Well, now I'm going to show you how I am trying to create our own topiaries. So it's hard because you have to cut off a lot of good stuff when you have nice plants like this. They don't look great. It's the middle of winter, and that's why you're seeing these yellow leaves and whatnot. But pretty soon, you can actually even see the new growths already popping. So I don't even care about the yellowing leaves. That's the nature of overwintering these in a northern climate. Those leaves will fall off and the new growth will be lush and just take over. So create the topiaries. You can see I got multiple stems in each one. So I'm playing around. Some of these have one stem. If it's a nice big fat sucker, I'm going to leave them. Some have two, some have three, because I'm really just trying to play around and see what works. So when I have this, now normally if it's a bush, I just leave it. But this one, I gotta actually just go down and trim everything off. Except for this one has two nice ones. So I'm gonna leave the two stems. Get something like that. Get that label out of the way. Get something like that. And then I'm gonna use a little twisty tie to kind of just use it to keep them together. That way it's a little bit more of a topiary, even though there's two, they're close together, they'll kind of grow in. I might even try to weave some of them. So that's the start of the topiaries. Take a mental image and then see what they look like in a few months. But going along, another two stem. I want to find one that's, well, here you can see this is just one stem. The other guy I planted with it wasn't as strong. I could tell he was smaller, skinnier stem. It was going to get out-compete. So I took him out, and now this is just going to be one. So why am I doing topiaries, you may ask? Well, they seem to be pretty popular when I bought the finished ones. And I have so many of these hibiscus that I had plenty of bushes. So I figured, why not? And part of the benefits of also being a grower is experimenting. You got to try these things to know what works and what doesn't. Failure, oftentimes, is your best recipe for success. So that's why I do this. And nature is very forgiving, so very rarely is this just going to fail completely. So certain things might not work, they might not look like I expected, or it might be too costly and timely, but that's all part of the learning curve. But what excites me is being in Zone 6. We're in New England. And I got a greenhouse full of hibiscus bushes and topiaries. That's pretty cool. And like I said earlier, with the different stems, I'm kind of just going by what the plant tells me. If it has a bunch of nice stems, I'll leave them. So if they have some weak ones, I'll take them out. But for the most part, it seems like I'm doing about two. There have been a few three-stemmers, and then a good amount of one-stemmers, because the one-stemmers, obviously the stem's going to be nice and fat if I'm just leaving one in it, so I'm not even sure you'll be able to tell the difference. That's what we're up to. So thank you for stopping by on this rainy day. Another benefit of having a greenhouse, still work without getting all wet, although it is cold in here. But yeah, love this stuff, so thanks for tuning in. There's the orange with the red center and the yellow.